Simulator, because in less than 12 hours time we are going to be getting the new end of month banner announcement, and as always we're here to discuss what it could potentially be, and you guys can join in the fun. Let me know your prediction in the comments below, and if you get any of the character names right, we will give that a shout out in tomorrow's video when we do react to the 3 new characters. Now with that said, quick heads up, I am currently ill, why I sound a tad bit different, but that's not going to stop us from talking about this new end of month banner, which again we'll find out what it's going to be in less than 12 or so hours time. I know it's currently the 25th of this month, but the 28th, the date it would usually get announced, falls on a Sunday, so it should get announced tomorrow. At the same time, the current events and stuff all end on like the 29th, so the banner's also here a few days early as well. But let's talk about what I think it's going to be. So I'm pretty dead set that it's going to be a seasonal banner. Now, when it comes to seasonal banners, they're always, random to a certain extent. Let's look at last year, for example. We had a Parasol banner in October. That's never happened before. We had a Halloween banner in October when it was appropriate. That also didn't happen for like 4 or so years. In August mid-month, we had a seasonal swimsuit banner with 2 male characters. That was the first for Bleach Brave Souls in like 7-8 years. Every now and then we get a random seasonal banner, but what's almost dead set to happen every single year without fail is swimsuits, Christmas, and also Valentine's. And they always happen on the exact same date. So without fail, every single year, we've always gotten a Valentine's typed banner for end of month of January. Even last year, for example, the Mana Society summons, which, technically wasn't Valentine's, but it still can be treated as a Valentine's banner. The main thing to take away from end of month of January is that it's going to be a seasonal banner with 3 females. That's what it's always been. Sometimes the theme would change. It would be just Valentine's, then Machine Society, Cacao Society. Last year, it was Mana Summons. And the year prior, I believe, was Lunar New Year. So we can almost guarantee, at least when it goes by past tradition, is that end of month January is going to be a seasonal, most likely with 3 females. But what theming is it going to be? That's hard to say. I'm kind of hoping they do what they did last year and the year prior, where they come in with new designs like the Mana Society summons or just Mana summons in general of Yumachika, Sansan, and Orihime. I thought it was a cool banner. It was like a nice one-off potential. I don't expect to get another Mana Society summons. Again, the year before that was Lunar New Year's. I like that. Even though January end of month is always a seasonal banner, it's a good time to have a seasonal banner too. We just had the end of year banner less than a month ago. We do need some time to recoup our orbs, but I do like that they are spicing up every now and then, giving us different seasonal banners, different type of seasonals, even though most of it's always 3 female characters. Now, in regards to last year, because last year did actually give us a 2 female character and a male character banner. It was the first time in like 7+ years that end of month of January has given us a male character. Now, the best way to look at last year's banner, this Mana Society summons, is that it was both a Valentine's themed banner and also a White Day themed banner, because we didn't get a White Day banner last year, and the Yumachika being included here was basically doing both in one banner. I'm going to go into the impression that we're only still getting 3 females, because I also expect maybe some type of White Day banner later this year too, when it's appropriate next month. But if Keno have no plans to give us a White Day themed banner, then maybe they'll do what they did last year and throw in another male character. What that character could be, honestly, I have no idea. Now, my hope is honestly that we get some type of new themed banner. Again, Lunar New Year was cool. The Mana Summons are cool. But when it comes to a new potential theme, it's hard to guess what it could be, because it's down to Caleb and what they want to do. I would like bride characters. That would be really cool. We haven't gotten that yet. I wouldn't mind a return of Orange Society, even Desert Society. But maybe that's not really appropriate for an end of month of January. Would always, of course, be cool to see Machine Society characters come back, or even Cacao Society. Technically, we did get a Cacao Society banner for 2 males, back in 2022, so it's entirely possible we actually get another Cacao Society banner, because they did briefly come back, this time with female characters. And I'd be kind of down for that. At the same time, though, I also, and I've said this like every single year, I wouldn't also mind if they just went back to the traditional Valentine summons. Not necessarily remake these characters. Rangiku's gotten a seasonal recently. We just had a new Soy Fund, so I don't expect any of these 4 stars to get a 5-star version. And me, I don't entirely like remakes of characters. They're always hit or miss. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. But I wouldn't entirely mind some of these characters getting remade. But then again, we've gotten like all these characters in a seasonal outfit within like the last year. So I don't expect to get remakes of these characters, but I wouldn't mind to see like a new Yoruichi in an apron. That would be kind of cute. I'm a simple man. I like Valentine's themed banners, being characters dressed up, giving you chocolate or something. And that goes for males too. So with the idea in mind that January end of month is most likely going to be a seasonal, most likely going to be 3 females, what characters could we actually get? Now, the characters we do get really depend on the theming, because if we get get another Machine Society banner, if we get another Cacao Society banner, I'm not expecting remakes, right? If we are getting one of those two banners again, you can cross off any character that's already gotten a Cacao Society or Machine Society character. If it's a new theme that they've never done before, any female is up for grabs. And with that in understanding, we're going to go under that assumption that it's a new type of seasonal theme banner for 3 females. What females could we actually get? Well, I think a big contender for this end of month of January is going to be a Yoruichi, because we do know that Yoruichi shouldn't be getting any 1000-year Blood War characters anytime soon. She hasn't done anything in Season 2 yet, and Yoruichi as a character hasn't had a character since actually in 2022, right at the end of the year for December mid-month. So it's been over a year since we have received a new Yoruichi. It was like that with Aizen and Grimjaw, and they recently just got their characters. We are definitely going to see a Yoruichi in the year 2024. At least one would hope so. And I feel like a seasonal Valentine's end of month, January, Yoruichi is definitely up for grabs. She has been included in the past for January end of month, that being Machine Society. So they do plan to give us a Machine Society banner. You can cross off Yoruichi, but we've never gotten a Cacao Society Yoruichi. Oh, actually, we have actually, right? We did too. So yeah, if they do Machine Society or Cacao Society, I'm not expecting a Yoruichi. But if it's a new type of seasonal banner, maybe even a New Year's banner, I'm not sure. I think Yoruichi definitely does have a strong possibility here of getting a new character. Having a better look at the characters though, let's look at albums so we can sort by characters and just quickly highlight some of the females. So again, Yoruichi, she's been included in a January end of month banner twice now, but she is also in a lot of seasonals. We haven't had one in over a year. Definitely a chance we do get a new Yoruichi in this upcoming end of month banner. Yatsuru just received one, so I'm not expecting her. Ururu, I mean, they've done a seasonal Ururu, always a possibility. Ikumi, I'm not expecting it, but I'd be down as always for a new Ikumi. Yatsuru, Retsu in general, it's entirely possible. It really is. We haven't had a Cacao Society, Retsu. We've had a Machine Society. And, you know, while Yatsuru Unohana herself is still like one of the best characters in the game, we don't entirely need a new Retsu / Yatsuru. But since it's been like 7+ months since our last character, it wouldn't be too far from Kelp to actually do that. Tatsuki, seasonal will be cool. Soifon obviously just recently got a character, so I'm not expecting a new one for her. Ririka, it's entirely possible we do get another seasonal Ririka, but she has been done for both Cacao Society and also Machine Society. Again, if they want to do a new theming, it's entirely possible, although I wouldn't be expecting it per se, because we just got a seasonal one. That being the swimsuit version from last year. Lisa hasn't had a new character in quite some time. Only one seasonal character. Would not mind a new seasonal Lisa. Rukia, I'm not expecting. We just recently had a Parasol Rukia. And at the same time, we know we're going to get some type of Bankai Rukia in the year 2024. So I'd be very surprised if we do get a new Rukia. Rangiku is same with Ruika. Had a seasonal character over 6 months ago. Entirely possible they could do another one. I'm not really expecting it though. Orihime, probably not. Neliel, definitely not. We just had one. Nanao, I think is definitely possible. She's had 2 seasonal characters in the past. 3 actually. Hasn't had a new character in quite some time. I wouldn't be surprised if we do get a new Nanao for this end of month banner. Same goes for Nemu. Nemu hasn't had a character in like over 3 years. Her last one actually being for end of month of January. Again, when it comes to 1000-year Blood War, Nemu doesn't get her moment until I believe core 3 or 4, which means we're not getting a new Nemu anytime soon, guaranteed from 1000-year Blood War. It's always possible they do a new premium Nemu, but they do like to occasionally put Nemu in a seasonal outfit. We've gotten 4 already. I wouldn't be surprised, and I kind of want to see a new seasonal Nemu, possible for this end of month banner. Same goes for Mashiro. I like the Mashiro. Like that we've finally got a seasonal version of her. Around 2 or so years ago, wouldn't mind a new one. Lilynet, probably not. Kukaku, be down for it. Isane, I mean, they opened at the door for a seasonal Isane. Would like to see a new one. Not expecting it, but I'd definitely be happy to see it. Hiyori, I feel like does deserve a seasonal character. Lisa and also Mashiro had received a seasonal character in the last year or 2. More so than the last 3 or so years. In the case of Hiyori, though, not so much. She has one seasonal character, and that was back from like 2017. So I'd like to see a new seasonal Hiyori. We haven't had a new Hiyori in over like 4 or 3 years too, so that would also be kind of cool to get a new one of her. As for Halibel, I mean, it's entirely possible. You know what? She's probably going to be a big contender for this end of month banner. We haven't had a new Halibel in over a year. In the same banner with her, we had Yoruichi, and that was the last time we got these 2 really popular characters that get thrown into a lot of seasonal banners. So I wouldn't be surprised, given their, you know, big status, in BBS at the very least, with how many times they get put into seasonal banners, we could see a new Yoruichi and also Halibel for this end of month of January. Momo, not expecting. We had the Halloween one. The Tresbesia, not expecting it. And that's basically it when it comes to the females. So just having a look at the past female characters, especially ones that I've gotten seasonals, assuming they aren't doing 1000-year Blood War seasonal characters just yet. If you saw a video earlier today, the possibility of us getting seasonal 1000-year Blood War characters is definitely up there, because Caleb has shown they can do it. We have to vote for it. But since we can vote for them, that means they can do seasonal 1000-year Blood War characters. It's entirely possible this end of month banner could be a, you know, 1000-year Blood War character in a seasonal outfit. I'm not entirely expecting it, but but it's always a possibility now. But I think my main 3 predictions is going to be 1, a new Halle Bell. Haven't had a Halle Bell in over a year. She gets put into a lot of seasonal banners. It's definitely possible we do get a new Halle Bell. My second prediction is going to be a Nemu. It's either her or Nana in my opinion, but I feel like Nemu has a bigger fan base. She hasn't had a character in years. Would love to see a new Nemu. And then my third character is going to be a new Yoruichi. I feel like these 3 have the biggest chance here, given their popularity. More so, again, Yoruichi and also Halle Bell. And just in general, they haven't had a character in over a year. They haven't had a seasonal character in over a year. And you know Caleb will probably just itching to release them in a new seasonal outfit. Again, it really depends on what the seasonal banner will be. Are we going to get another Mana Summons? Are we going to get another Lunar New Year? Are we going to go back to OG Valentine's? Are we going to get Cacao Society, Machine Society? There's a lot of possibilities what this banner could be. My hope, though, is that it's something entirely new that we've never seen before. Just like Lunar New Year, and just like the Mana Summons. I'll take Bride characters and I'll take Bodysuit characters. It's the one thing BBS is lacking on right now, I will say. Either way, let me know your prediction in the comments below, and I'll see you later next time. Take care, and peace.